All this time, the arrow.
Good. Hello everybody, I'm Dave Flores. Welcome to the Roundtable Friends on ncsdlive.com, channels on YouTube and Facebook. Tonight I'm at the Roundtable and I don't have many people here. Let's see who our guests are. I don't see any guests. Hey, it's the week before the 4th of July holiday, and we don't have people here tonight, but we're still going to update you with the North County news. And also we have some special stuff coming up. Let's just dive right in. Let's go for it. We're going to update the story we've been reporting on the San Onofre nuclear waste debacle. It continues, but we have the latest update for you. We also have California's growth rate, slowest in history? Wow, you'd never know it by all the crowded traffic we have, right? But there's a story behind that. All right, well, let's get right to it. The latest update is the long search to find a way to get rid of 3.5 million pounds of nuclear waste that's sitting right there at the now shuttered San Onofre nuclear plant. Took another step just this last Thursday. The plant's operator, Southern California Edison, announced it had hired a consulting group, and that's to develop a strategic plan to relocate all of this radioactive fuel that's sitting by the ocean to get it into a, quote, commercially reasonable facility. Edison signed a 20-month contract with a company based in Idaho that has experience in nuclear facility operations and management. Now, one of the members of that team is well known. It's Ernest Moniz. He's the former Secretary of the U.S. Department of Energy during the Obama administration. And SCE, or Edison's Senior Vice President Kevin Walker, said in a statement, he says, quote, the North Wind team is uniquely qualified to lead this effort, and hopefully we're going to see some results from that. Okay, but the monetary details of the contract between these two parties have not been released yet. But we do know that the money is coming from a decommissioning fund that was established by Edison, and that's of course years and years of taxpayer contributions, or ratepayer I should say, as well as tax. Now the consultants are going to work with Edison's team. They have a 6-member team. They're going to try to find a way out of this mess. Let's hope they succeed. A total of 80,000 metric tons of radioactive waste are sitting around the country at abandoned sites because the federal government has not found a, quote, politically correct repository to accept this waste. Is there such a thing as politically correct on a situation like this? I hope not, because it needs to be done. The $19 billion Yucca Mountain facility in Nevada had its funding cut off under the Obama administration. This was after it was designated as the official repository in 1987. So now there's no nuclear waste getting moved out of anywhere in the United States. Right now, they're looking into private companies that can go into these leased areas that would be temporary storage at best. Now, just last week, the governor of New Mexico kind of torpedoed the hopes that we could get this waste from San Onofre over to New Mexico. Newly elected Governor Michelle Grisham decided no, although her predecessor did say yes. So that shot it down for us for now, and she doesn't want that waste anywhere near her state. So, Edison officials are about to resume transferring canisters filled with the used nuclear waste from wet storage pools to dry storage at our San Onofre site right now. Transfers have been on hold for 10 months after an incident in August in which a 50-ton canister was left suspended on a metal flange of a storage cavity for at least 45 minutes, basically out of their control for that long, from a height of 18 feet as it was being lowered into a vault. Now, as we reported last week, 2 rookie operators of the crane and the spotter rigger were involved in that nuclear accident, if you will, but no radiation got out. But the NRC, Nuclear Regulatory Commission, called it a near miss. And that sounds too near for us, doesn't it? So what can we do about this? We have to contact our congressman in North County about this issue, because right now they're discussing where to take this stuff, and they're trying to find one of these sites that is temporary, but at least it's away from our ecology here. We must contact our congressman. That's why we're providing you with an easy way to do it. There's 2 zones in North County. There's the coastal zone and the inland zone. It doesn't matter which one you're in. Go ahead and just guess. If you're, if you're on the coast, you're going to know to contact Mike Levin at mikelevin.house.gov. You can put in your zip code, and they'll take your email immediately. And there's also a phone number. So if you're inland, which is more like, San Marcos, Escondido, etc., go ahead and go to hunter.house.gov. Duncan Hunter is the representative there. The point being, it doesn't matter. You don't have to know what zone you're in. Give it a shot. It's going to be one of the 2, and let them know you care and you do want something done. So that's your homework. Okay? I hope you can do that. And let's let them know that we want to get this waste out of that delicate ecology zone known as our coastline. Well, let's move on to our next item, and that is that California's growth is really slow. It's the slowest in history, as a matter of fact. And why is that? New estimates from the State Department of Finance are showing California's population growth is in fact the slowest in history. What are the negatives and positives of a phenomenon like that? Now, first of all, 63% of millennials, those are ages between 18 and 39. That's really, the middle ground of our young families. They're 63% surveyed are considering moving out of California, and that's a big number. So let's take a look at some of the positives and negatives, perhaps, of this situation. First of all, let's start with a negative. From an economic perspective, there's not much upside, because with all population factors slowing, the primary reason for stagnating growth in California is residents moving away. Okay? You'd think that's fixable if our government and our localities get involved in this. California does tend to have boom and bust cycles like any free economy does. But the state budget is overly reliant on the top rich taxpayer, if you will, the ones that pay huge amounts from their income taxes. Okay? The largest portions of residents that are leaving California are working age, middle class families, and they're taking significant economic activity with them. Especially the middle class with families, and they're the ones leaving. Now, expanding labor forces do foster economic growth. So, slower population growth could have a negative effect on the economy, and of course that could ripple to employment. Residents that are moving to states with more affordable housing, coupled with the reluctance by many outside of California to come to the state because they're hearing all about the high prices of the houses and the high cost of living, gasoline, etc. So that's inhibiting some people coming in. So what can we look at as far as possible positives? Well, there'd be less environmental damage, right? Less people less environmental issues. How about less social problems that could be connected to overcrowding? Or a possible positive is high prices for housing and rent coming down. Maybe. Whether it's for economic or quality of life reasons, people at the lower end are being priced out of the market at this point. That's not good. And that's reflected in the population growth numbers. That increases economic inequality in our state. That's not good. What are possible positives? Let's continue. Let's say your kid or your grandkid could get into USC or Stanford easier, right? That's kind of a selfish way of looking at it, but let's think about this. Maybe your grandkids would have a better chance of making it at a volleyball, a dance, or a baseball or football team or something like that. Oh, how about this one? Traffic won't get worse as fast. It's already getting worse, but it might slow that down some. Another possible positive, how about waiting at our favorite fast food restaurant, shorter line? I know, still kind of a selfish way of looking at it. How about rent increases slowing or actually decreasing? Wow, that would be something. But again, not good for the whole of the state. All right. Oh, here's the last one. You can get Comic-Con tickets. How's that? I know. Well, at any rate, I don't see a lot of positives there either. But you got to look at both sides. In summary, a growing economy is to a large extent reliant upon expanding population. That's just the reality. Low population growth, coupled with aging population and more needs for the aged, also put pressure on the economy. Slow growth also translates into lower tax revenue. And at a time where the California legislature has just approved their budget, which is $21 billion in surplus this year, they're spending every nickel of it. They're going for it with these programs that we've heard about. And so one thing is for sure, California is spending the money that it has, that it could save, that's been tucked away. Legislatures, President Reagan said, they spend like drunken sailors. That's about it. And that's happening right now. Well, at any rate, so where are these people going? We still have a little bit to talk about there. We have a map to show you. Okay. We have the top 10 states there of where Californians are actually moving to. Number 1 is Texas. 2 is Arizona. 3 is Washington. 4, Oregon. 5, Nevada. 6 is Florida. 7 is Colorado. 8 is New York. 9, North Carolina. And 10, Idaho. You can see there on the left side where California is, just look at the top there. You got Washington, then you got Oregon underneath, and then to your right you have Idaho, and then you got Nevada below Oregon, and then you got your Arizona down there, New Mexico right next to Arizona, and then Texas, right? Let's talk about the top 2 right now. Some of the reasons are there. How about Texas? They're number 1. Lone Star State. They took in 64,000 ex-Californians in the last statistic, which was a year ago. And here's the deal. Their cost of living is about 25% lower than here in California. The estimated median house value, the average house value, 67% lower than California. That's huge. And they also do not collect state income tax. And their sales taxes are very reasonable. So that's a good reason to go to Texas. Now, the downside, I would say, as a native Californian, is the weather. You hear about Texas twisters, you hear, the Gulf of Mexico, all that stuff. It depends where you live. It's a big state. But still, I think the downside would be the weather, for me at least, not being used to it. But boy, is it tempting. Well, Number 2 was Arizona. What's so great about Arizona? Well, they're close by. 60,000 Californians moved out in the previous year. Their cost of living is only about 20% lower, but that's still a decent number. And their housing is 57% lower than California. And their climate is probably more reasonable than Texas, although they do get monsoons, and of course different areas of the state. It's very diverse. Up north you've got Flagstaff, a lot of snow, and of course the Grand Canyon, beautiful stuff like that. And so there's still a lot of smaller towns. That one town I'm familiar with is Camp Verde. It's right in the middle of Arizona, and it looks a lot like Temecula. When you come down the hill, from Escondido to Temecula, it looks just like that. And there's a big river running through it, a lot of trees, a lot of greenery. And there you got like a marshal. And he knows everybody in town. I think it's under 5,000 residents. But it's a nice family community, and the weather's decent because it's in the middle of Arizona. All right, enough of that. I don't need to pitch that. Well, let's see. Let's take a look now at something very important. That is, you're watching ncsdlive.com is the place to go to get to our internet channels. We have one on YouTube, one on Facebook, and we welcome your input and your comments. If you go to NCSD Live Facebook page, you can tell us what you think and communicate with us. Also, we want to promote Cruisin' Grand. It's Fridays, every Friday in Escondido, and it starts at 5 o'clock. It's family friendly, and of course it's the largest weekly car cruise west of the Mississippi. So don't miss that. Grand Avenue, Cruisin' Grand every Friday. Well, coming up in just a couple of minutes, we have an exclusive sneak preview of North County's all-new family-friendly restaurant, brewery, and gathering place. And it's amazing. It's called My Yard Live. We'll also have some coverage of the San Diego Fair right after these messages, and these messages are from Quizshowmania, quizshowmania.com. It's a lot of fun, and also RC Video Productions, helping small business in North County.
Quizshowmania is San Diego's best-kept secret in live entertainment. Quizshowmania! Great for shopping malls, schools, company parties, special events, church groups, team building, and seminars, because it's fun for all ages. Quizshowmania will work with you every step of the way to customize your experience and value.
Which of Earth's 5 oceans is the smallest?
Indian?
No.
Red?
No. Arctic.
Quizshowmania is San Diego's best-kept secret in live entertainment.
Attract more people to your business with a custom video commercial. RC Video Productions is an Escondido company specializing in marketing video for both small and large businesses. Advertising in print with local coupon books, magazines, and newspapers isn't nearly as effective as reaching customers who stare at their smartphone all day. Let us help you reach them with your own custom video commercial. Along with high-quality video, RC Video Productions employs social media marketing strategies when producing video commercials to increase visibility and interest in your business. If you own a restaurant, coffee shop, retail store, yoga studio, or offer a service such as phone or auto repair, we have a package price tailored to your business. RC Video Productions can also handle the complete campaign from strategy to production to digital distribution. Contact us now to book a meeting or schedule a shoot and receive $100 off. Put your advertising message directly in front of your potential customer with RC Video Productions.
Dave Flores here. We're back. We're back. And I'll tell you what, we have an update for you from My Yard Live. Now, they're opening July 1st, and we'd like you to visit My Yard Live on Facebook, and you can check out what they have going on, because July 1st is right around the corner. We also had an interview with Mark and Jamie, the two owners, and it's available on this channel. If you'd like, when this show is over, go ahead and take a look, and you'll see the show with Mark and Jamie's interview. But better yet, just plan on getting there. Now, we're also going to show you a brief clip of some of the San Diego Fair, which was a lot of fun. And so let's go ahead and we're going to roll some video. Rich went out and took some video of them just getting this ready now. It's almost totally ready to go. Our first show, it was just a shell inside, and the outside wasn't done at all. But look at this. This is an outside patio area. They'll also have some entertainment out there if they'd like. And of course, there's a huge bar. Now this is inside. We've got another large bar on the inside. And look at that space. There's a nice lounging area. Man, would you like to have that in your living room? That's a beautiful area there to lounge and to rest and you know, kind of get away from some of the bustle. That area there, they're just finishing the stage. And that's where Quiz Show Mania, by the way, is going to be performing on Mondays. But just take a look again at the expanse of this beautiful, beautiful shaping up area. There on the end in the yellow wall is going to be food. And a lot of hard hats that day. And this was just, they're getting ready, and yet July 1st is sneaking up, but you know what? Those workers are getting the job done. And here we go. See, there's your food ordering area again, the kitchen back behind there. The brewery's actually tucked behind that. And then the employees there are all getting ready, getting their training, getting ready for the big day. Oh, that's cool, yeah. Right out of that log there. Look at what the kids have back there. That's beautiful. And look at this. My Yard Live. I mean, this is, now the thing about this is it's family friendly. And it's the only facility really of its kind in North County. As a matter of fact, I dare say maybe even San Diego as a whole. They're on Rancheros Drive, San Marcos. So we're hoping that you're going to join us as we go out there and just, you know, take it all in, because you will not believe how many areas there are for different, you know, different moods and different things going on. And again, the kids have ample place to play and to have a great time while the family eats and has something.
Video games?
And also video games are going to be there. You know, I mean, this is the real deal, and it's going to be great. So, and as you see, a lot of people say, hey, where is this? Rancheros, I never heard of it. Basically, it's the former hometown buffet location, which a lot of people know in the North County. It was there for many years. And Mark and Jamie were able to put together a coalition of ideas. And they have, of course, a lot of experience in this business. And they were able to put this huge, along with the city of San Marcos, to put together this big family event place. And it's going to be great. So at any rate, we want you to join us there. And I'm going to plug Quiz Show Mania again, because Mondays is going to be cool. But, you know, main thing is to get out there and enjoy what's going on. Well, we had a great day at the San Diego Fair just a few days back, and we kind of got hung up in the agricultural area. We had a lot of fun. So let's take a look at here, the Extreme Dogs stunt. Now she's practicing with this dog to grab a Frisbee and then dive. What he needs to do is catch the Frisbee and dive in the pool. No, it looks like he missed on that one. See what happens. So now she's telling him, hold on, you're going to try it again. Whoops. But he just, look at him. Look how frisky. Totally, your wish is my command. There we go. So let's try it again. See how he does here. There it is. Throw it. Boom, looks like he got it. All right. All right. Good job. That extreme dog thing is just really, really a lot of fun. And then of course here, Hollandia Dairy, based in San Marcos, is a big sponsor of this area, as you can tell. And what we thought was cool about this is look at the white one in the middle. He's like throwing hay over to the others. He seems to be the boss in that whole scenario. And I don't know what breed he is, but there he is again. And he's just the boss. Look at this. Get out of my way. He's just making sure that he's in control there. Getting all that luscious hay. Oh man, and this is that big bungee jump. Whew, scary. For me at least. A lot of kids love that. But oh, and this is the Halloween guys waiting.
Hello, it's for you.
Hello, it's for you. No thanks. I'm not sure what this one is. Melissa, my daughter, was with me, and she seemed to know all these characters. So here they are. These guys are resting, and they're waiting for Halloween. So when the fairgrounds has their thing going there, oh man, that guy, I don't know, he's a scissor guy of some kind. But what's a fair without the kids? The kids having their pony rides. This is a big deal for these kids. And look at that little baby there went by, and there's, you know, a couple a little bit older, but still, these are kids. It's probably their first and maybe only time they'll get to ride a pony. So, oh yeah, and then there's Bing Crosby Hall. This is where all of the pitchmen and pitchwomen all hang out. Bing Crosby Hall. I wanted to do a double take on that sign. And here we go into the hall. There they are, just waiting, waiting, waiting. Now Melissa, there she is. Look at that lady trying to pitch her. Melissa has to say, no, 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 thank you. Good, I'm glad she did, because I would have had to pay for it. So, oh my. But here's my favorite. My favorite is the donuts. You might recall Danky Donuts. They served North County out of a little truck, and they were at the event at Bates Brothers in Valley Center, where they had all the food trucks, right? Well, Danky Donuts was there, and they do something similar, but these guys really have it together. Look at this machine. I mean, it just drops that dough in perfect. They go floating down that river of hot oil, and I know it's weird, but that's just me, right? I'm obsessed with this. So I was just watching. There it goes. They get flipped over. Man, can you imagine if you had one of those nearby? I think you'd be eating a lot of donuts. But at any rate, they go floating through, they go up the little conveyor belt, and at just the right time, they flip into the big bin of hot, steaming donuts. And I'll tell you what, we had, I guess, a half a dozen or so, and I think it was like $4 for a half a dozen, something like that. And they went quick. We had cinnamon on them, but you know, the fair, you can't get enough of it. It's just it's a great place. The community gets together there, you know, because we'll show next week some more of it. But we had, like, you know, the art and the drawings and the art, you know, the static stuff, statues, things like that. I mean, there's just a lot of diversity there. And then also, Melissa tries to talk a merchant from Nepal down on his price on purses. You'll have to see the results of that next week. But at any rate, it's just, what can I say? It's the San Diego Fair, and it's awesome. You should go. It is closed, I understand, Mondays and Tuesdays. But we're winding down. We're getting close to the July 5th, I believe is the last day. So we're getting there. So if you haven't got there yet, do it. And make sure you stop at My Yard Life too. This is all family good stuff. Well, you know, I think we're okay. I think we're pretty much got what we wanted to get done, and we appreciate you watching our program. Again, please tell a friend, because we are North County, and North County, and ncsdlive.com is easy to get to, and you can click on all of our previous shows, including Cruisin' Grand. There's a lot of great entertainment there on that site, either on your Facebook or your YouTube. Easy to do. Get to the site, click on which one you want. Okay? So on behalf of Rich Cruz and myself, Dave Flores, and the people that aren't here but will be here, we'll see you next week, right? Wednesday, 7 o'clock live. And we appreciate you watching. So you have a great one. Take care. Thanks.